It's an urban legend told on the eastern stretch of Highway 40, the one that cuts through the pine forests of Maine. Never stop for the blue van. The story goes that if you see a 1970s Econoline, rust creeping through its paint, and a man standing beside it asking for help, keep driving, because the man isn't a man anymore. I was a medical resident, practical and sleep deprived, driving home after a 36-hour shift. It was 1 a.m, the rain relentless, and I just wanted my bed. Then I saw it. A sky blue van, half in a ditch, hooed up like a mouth gasping for air. A tall man stood beside it, backlit by my headlights, wearing dark coveralls and holding a rag. He wasn't flagging me down. He was just waiting. I slowed out of instinct. The legend crept into my thoughts, but logic won. People get stranded all the time. I rolled down my window just enough to speak. Need a tow? I called out, keeping the engine running. The man turned his head slowly toward me. His eyes were shadowed by a cap, but his face seemed normal, worn, maybe tired. "No, ma'am," he said, voice soft, almost kind. "Just need a phone. Mine's dead. Could you call my brother? He'll bring the parts." "Sure," I said, gripping my phone tighter. "Give me the number." He took one step closer, water dripping from his sleeves. "Can't remember it. I wrote it on the back of the battery cover, but it fell when I checked the engine." "I can't see in this rain." He nodded toward the van's open hood. "Could you hold your phone near it? Just need to read it off the cover." My heart slowed. That didn't make sense. "I'm sorry, it's pouring out here," I said quickly. "I'll just call the state patrol. They can send help." His expression didn't change, but the air did. He tilted his head, eyes unreadable beneath the brim. "You don't want to do that," he said, voice dropping. "You wait. You wait for the mechanic." Something primal in me shifted. I slammed the window shut and hit the gas. Tires screamed, rain spraying behind me. I didn't look in the mirror. At a rest stop an hour later, I still couldn't shake it. I looked up the old threads about the blue van. The stories all matched. A broken-down van. A man called the mechanic. He picks up 3 kinds of people: the desperate, the weak, and the kind. He always asks for a phone, always needs help finding something. And those who stop, the kind ones, disappear by morning. The next day, I called the police to report the man. They found the van exactly where I said it was, but it hadn't been driven in years. The tires were flat, moss-covered. The engine was packed with nesting birds. It couldn't have run. The officer hesitated. "Ma'am." There was one thing: a flip phone in the mud, battery cover missing. The blood drained from my face. I hung up and ran to my car, heart pounding. On my passenger window, there was a faint scratch I hadn't noticed before. I turned on my flashlight and leaned in. There was a number carved into the glass. Just 1 digit, 3 kinds of people. And below it, written faintly in the fog on the inside of the window, was my name. Amelia. I hadn't told him my name. I hadn't shown him my ID, which meant the man outside hadn't been outside at all. He had been inside. I had driven past him, and he had spoken from the dark, sitting right next to me, waiting for me to stop. I left that night. I never drove Highway 40 again. But sometimes, in the reflection of my car window, when the fog rolls thick and the road hums beneath me, I see the faint outline of a blue van keeping pace beside mine. Van. And when the rain falls just right, I hear the whisper, "You should have waited for the mechanic."